Hi, everybody. Kai Jackson here with Fox 45 with an update for you about Shayla and Russell, the Highlandtown couple who had their home broken into, and I brought that story to you last week. Well, Russell and I have spoken, and he says he and Shayla want to do an updated conversation with me about this. And remember, the update that I gave you at the end of their story was that they've moved. They left the one house they were in on Bank Street, and now they're in a new house. So let's talk with them and find out how the new location is going, why they moved in the first place. Again, imagine someone breaking into your house while you're sleeping, and just think about how frightening that would be, right? Well, I want to thank each and every one of you who took time out to watch that story on my Facebook page and also on our Fox 45 YouTube page. It meant a lot. This was never, though, about views, likes, and clicks for me. This was about making sure that citizens of Baltimore who are dealing at times with crimes happening in their communities have resources and ways to combat these types of incidents from happening, but also ways of working together. Baltimore police, as you know, are dealing with an officer shortage. So there's a question to ask. What happens in the meantime if A, you're waiting for an officer to come, or B, depending on what the crime could be, an officer never comes at all? People still want to know that they have strategies, methods to look out for their families and their neighbors, their community, and protect themselves. You all are key to that. Those of you who are living through this, experiencing this every day, I believe are the ones best equipped to answer these questions. So what I'd like you to do is, after I post that story, which I'm going to probably talk to them Friday of this week, and hopefully get that story posted next week. But in the meantime, I'm going to ask you to send me some questions through my Facebook page that maybe you'd like answered. There might be a few things that you're curious about in terms of Shayla and Russell's experience, and you'd like to have that answered. Remember, this is a conversation, and it doesn't end here. And this isn't the only thing we're going to talk about, but this is one thing we want to talk about because, as I mentioned to you, Russell and Shayla are two friends. I knew them, and I just thought their story was worth sharing with you. And the response that you've given back to me has just been overwhelming. So thank you again for that. But stay tuned for part 2 of this conversation, and we'll continue this discussion.